I should be like you, Mel.
Ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Want authentic supporter insight on all things Bournemouth? Follow Up the Cherries in all departments on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Search TalkSport Fan Network.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Cherry AM. Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are watching in the world. And of course, it's Friday, it's myself, and that can only mean one thing, that I'm joined with my friend, Paul from Oz. Paul, let's have your weather update, as we normally do.
Yeah, look, pretty miserable here, mate. It's about 12. It's been spitting with rain all day, overcast. Pretty horrible. A complete contrast from yesterday. The day we had yesterday was absolutely beautiful. Probably 24, 25, one of those days, not a cloud in the sky, but no, it's been raining today. Pretty horrible, mate. But I hear you've had some cold weather as well, Matty, haven't you?
Yeah, been out with the dog the last couple of mornings. There's been a nice frost. And yeah, it's beautiful. There's not a sky in the cloud, a cloud in the sky, should I say, this morning, which is nice. So yeah, good. I don't mind the cold weather myself. Maybe others watching in the chat might not like it, but I prefer this kind of weather to the rain myself. And you can get out and keep.
There's no chance of the game being postponed or anything, Matt, with what's going on there with the snow and stuff.
No, not with undersoil heating, Paul.
Oh right, and down south too. Yeah, like on the video. Yeah.
You know, undersoil heated in the Premier League now. I don't think they ever, cancel games for, frozen pitches. Not like the old days when you used to have a pitch inspection, see how hard the pitch was or how much snow was on it. But yeah, those times have changed, didn't they? But
you see some of those pictures from the old days too, with the fans in Saturday morning with the shovels, shoveling the snow off the pitch. Remember?
Yeah. I don't remember seeing it myself, but I do remember reading about it and that, and fans. Oh no, actually, no, I do remember late 90s. I think there was fans that volunteered, went down to Dean Court and shoveled the snow off the pitch and stuff, to try and get the game to go ahead. So it's something that I do actually remember. Actually, now that you've brought that up, but today is mine and Paul's final show on Cherry AM. There will be a little announcement at the end of the show, so do stay tuned to find out about a future project that myself and Paul will be doing. But yeah, we've got a few things that we're going to discuss this morning. And first of all, we're going to be discussing. Where's my notes? I've lost my notes.
The West Ham game, Matty.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so we're going to discuss the West Ham game. Yeah, that's it. Paul's going to give his thoughts on it. Don't forget the Dean Court social is out now. So for my thoughts and views on the game, that's now out on the channel. As well as, just while we're talking about what's out currently, don't forget the interview with Jeff Mostyn is now out on YouTube, Spotify, all the other platforms that the stuff goes on. So yeah, do check them out. But yeah, so we're going to talk about West Ham briefly. We've also got the Football Content Awards, which happened last night. So obviously we were nominated for that. Unfortunately, we didn't win or come in a position, but a couple of podcasts did that we've worked with or will work with in the future. So we will touch on that. There's been some fixture changes. We touch on those, 2 in January. And then Paul's going to talk a little bit about alleged spending, which is a topic that Paul's done some research on. And then, believe it or not, we're going to talk about shin pads again. If you've watched regularly, I think myself and Paul had a conversation about shin pads recently, about how small they were. I don't know whether we did it on the show or whether we did it privately. I can't remember.
No, we did it on here.
We did it on here, right?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Yeah. So we're going to talk about that as well, which is quite an interesting topic that Paul has picked up from BBC Sport. So, but that's what we've got coming up, guys. So let's jump into the chat first, as we always do, shall we, Paul? And let's see who's in with us today. So far, there's 15 watching. At the moment, we've got a total of 7 likes, guys. 7 likes. So if everyone watching can give us a like, that'd be much appreciated. Myself and Paul will greatly appreciate the like. Right, let's dive straight in, shall we, Paul? Let's see who's in. I'm sure there's some familiar faces for our last show today. And first one up is David DaCosta. Morning, Matt. Evening, Paul. 19 degrees and cloud and sunshine. Lovely. 19 degrees. Nice and warm. Steve's going to see AC/DC soon, isn't he? So
on Tuesday.
Lucky David. I hope you enjoy that. Malcolm, good morning, Matt and Paul from Oz and everyone in the chat. -2 degrees here. Wow, lovely. That's similar weather to what we've got. I think it's a bit warmer here, to be fair. I think it is above 0 now, to be fair. But yeah, it's definitely got into the minuses, obviously, overnight. But long may this nice weather continue anyway, because it's better than the rain. It wouldn't be a Cherry AM without Chris Hubble in the chat. Good morning, Chris. Morning, Matt and Paul. Hope you're well. And now the family connections have started, Paul. First one in this week is Julie. Good morning, Julie. Hope you and Vanessa are both well. And family well as well. And Dan Short. Morning, Paul and Matt. It's freezing. Yeah, it certainly is, Dan. It is cold. You've got to wrap up today, mate. Definitely got to wrap up today. Okay, so let's just quickly start with the Football Content Awards then. I'll just bring up the feature that I've got. So there's a couple of winners. One who was going to come on to the Dean Court Social this season, earlier on for Leeds United. But they cover so much content, he actually double booked himself at the time. He agreed to come on and do a bit for us. But unfortunately, he was actually covering a live under-21s game. He'd done a watch along for the under-21s, so he covers everything. So I'm not surprised that he won the award, and the channel is the Leeds United Review. The Leeds United View. So that's a really well-deserved win for them. So well done to them. They won the best club content creator for the Premier League. Coming up second, another channel that we know of is the Toon Review. They got the Silver Award. So, big well done to them. And in third place was City Extra. I don't think we've worked with them before, but congratulations to them for winning the Bronze Award. So, we were nominated, which we were really proud of. It was really nice to be nominated. So thank you to everybody that did nominate us. Thank you to all those that voted for us as well. So to be fair, it was just an honour to be nominated. But a big well done to those guys, those winners, and all thoroughly deserved. Like I say, the Leeds United View. is an excellent channel, as is the Toon Review as well. And like City Extra, who've come third. I've never seen their stuff, but I'm going to check their stuff out, and I'm sure it's very, very thoroughly deserved as well for them. So congratulations to all three of them. Let's see. You never know. We might be nominated again in the future. Who knows? But just a big thank you from us to everybody that nominated and voted for us as well. So it was a nice honour, wasn't it, Paul? I mean, I'm sure you'll just want to say a few words on that.
Yeah, look, I think we have to put it in context. To be nominated is success. It's great to get nominated for something like that. It's an honour to be nominated. We weren't left high and dry like a lot of others would have been. And who knows? Maybe next year. But as you said, Matt, it's a great thing, and thanks to everybody's watching who nominated the channel. It's good. It's always good to be part of something like that, which is great. I think that probably leads us nicely into West Ham, Matt, if you write on that situation there.
We can do. We're going to talk about some of the fixture changes, but we can slot that in.
No. You go.
No, you're fine. No, we can bring that in anytime. You go first.
All right. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just thought you were pausing there, waiting for me.
Yeah, no.
That's okay. Just a couple of things before I get into West Ham. I have to say, I don't know, Malcolm covered it really well last night, the Scottish game. I have to say congratulations to Scotland on qualifying for the World Cup. I mean, as Malcolm said, it's another British side, and I'd rather watch Scotland than somebody else, than another team. You know what I mean? And I think Wales are going to be pushing if they play like they did with David Brooks on form. For Wales in that game, I think they won 7-1. I don't think they're going to be far behind in the playoffs either. I hope they qualify because I really enjoy watching them. Another little thing of interest, if anybody's thinking about it, the Burnley game, Bournemouth-Burnley on December the 20th, which is a Saturday. I got offered a ticket today for that game. So those tickets are on sale. I'm thinking of our overseas people. There are tickets on sale for that game. And so I was quite taken aback when I got the email from the club saying, did I want to buy a ticket for that game? Which is great. I won't be there, but look, I think the thing is, we all know about West Ham. I'll start off with my lineup's going to be different from anybody else's. But this is probably what I'd do. There's a few that pick themselves, as we know. I think Petrovic will obviously be in goal. Truffert at left back. And I believe he'll bring in Diakite because we're letting so many goals in. I mean, we have to do something there. I think there's going to be a change there. Obviously with Marcus Senesi. And this is just my choice, but I would personally start Lewis Cook at right back because when he came on in the Villa game, things did seem to settle down at the back. And I'm sure that the guys would have noticed that. But, I think obviously we'd all love to see Smithy. I don't know whether it's too early, whether he'd be, unavailable or what for heading the ball, because I think he got nasty gashes, didn't he, on his
the
head. So
about.
I'm not sure, I mean, it's been, 10 days or something, but I'm not sure about Smithy. If again, all of this revolves around the injuries that I won't bore everybody with, that we know there's a lot of players that come back from international duty injured, but if they're fit, you've got to play Adams and Scott in the middle. I'd put Tavernier in front of those two in the number 10 position, and this is where I'd go, and I can't see why not. I'd be putting Brooksy up front on the left and Krupi on the right and Nevin Nielsen in the middle, and just start full pelt, go for it. I mean, I know Brooksy's been playing in the Welsh internationals, but he's a young lad. He's back to full fitness. I'd be starting Brooksy, but we'll see. As I say, a lot of it is going to come down to who's fit and who isn't. We might have a nice surprise, and we might have one of the people that are supposedly injured turn up and play. The bookies are going for a score draw maximum. They're all saying score draw. Personally, myself, I think Malcolm pulled that one out of the bag the other night on Cherry AM. I'm going along with Malcolm. I think we're going to do them 2-0. But
Yeah.
if I was that good at predicting stuff, I'd be a rich man, wouldn't I? But we can only say what we think. I think they'll do it. I think they'll make hard work of it. But if we get a fast start like we do, I think we'll be good. They've got a few things going on. They've got a guy called Freddie Potts, who was playing really well for them and got injured. Looks as though he's going to be playing first game back. But first game back can mean anything. It can mean he's a bit rusty. Who knows? Let's hope so. I know Paqueta is suspended,
which is good news.
Yeah, that's right. You're right, man.
Player, and obviously, with what you've just mentioned about Freddie Potts there, another, really good player, up and coming player.
Yeah.
To have him suspended is it's good news for us because on his day he's a fantastic player, isn't he? So
yeah, he is. And our good friend Mr. Wilson, Callum Wilson, who is now 33. Don't be surprised if he doesn't get on at some point. He's had, we know what Callum can do. 8 appearances and 2 goals already this season, so he's going well. But West Ham, their scoring stats are pretty poor. According to what I read, they'd scored 15 goals in 12 games, so they're not high scorers at the moment. Goals from open play 7, and the rest from whatever. But again, one of their top players who's been starring for Czechoslovakia this week, I believe, is Thomas Susek.
Oh yeah, and he's the one that's going to come in.
Yeah,
midfield. And Craig made a good point actually that normally he has a very good game against us. Good midfielder, good box to box player, can also get into the opposition's box and punish you as well. So yeah, he's definitely one to pick out.
I think so. I think we have to watch him.
Yeah.
But West Ham, on the other hand, from what I read, don't have a really good record the first game after the international break. After the last international break, they went and lost 3-2 at Burnley. So the fans were saying that they're not that confident in this game. So I guess we'll see what happens. But just a little bits of trivia about West Ham. West Ham's first visit, I beg your pardon, not last, the first visit, you won't believe this one, was in the FA Cup 5th round. Turned out to be a 1-1 draw, and they won the replay 3-1. That was way back in 1929.
Wow.
At Dean Court, yeah. Their next visit was not until 1989, and once again it finished 1-1. So there was a lot of years when they didn't come to Dean Court through one reason or another. And the first win for West Ham at Dean Court was under Eddie's watch when they won 3-1. That was back on the 12th of January 2016. You might remember that game, possibly.
Yeah.
And there was another shocker that we put in when we got beat 4-0 at home in April 23, which was rather disappointing. So it's a mixed bag there of results. And who knows? It can come down to luck. It can come down to all sorts of stuff, can't it? A game. But I'm looking forward to it. As you know, when we have the international break, it's always great to get back to Bournemouth to watch Bournemouth. So I'm going for a 2-0, Matt, and we'll leave it there if you like. And
can do.
Yeah,
can do. Yeah, I mean, it's it's like you say, it's great to get back to regular football. Well done to England as well for qualifying. With a 100% win record and no goals conceded, which no matter which group you're drawn in, that's still a very impressive stat, isn't it? So well done to England, and obviously well done to Scotland, and good luck to Wales, Northern Ireland and Republic of Ireland in the playoffs. I see there's a few tough ties there. It's is it Northern Ireland or Republic of Ireland that have got Italy?
I think it's Republic have got Italy. Yeah.
And then I think whoever wins that plays Wales if Wales get through to the last of the playoffs. So good luck to them. It'd be great to see a couple more of them qualify and be at the tournament next year. It'd be excellent to see. So, yeah. Well, let's just jump back in the chat very quickly. David, good morning to you. Hope you're
Dave.
well. No cricket.
Oh, Ian. Oh, that's my friend Ian. Yeah, Ian, they're not doing too well, are they? 170 all out, mate. The Ashes are on over here. I'm not a huge fan, but no cricket. But England, it's going to be a tough summer over here, mate, putting up with this nonsense, especially the Boxing Day test in Sydney, because it's normally about 104 degrees over here or something ridiculous, and there's a lot of rib tickling. What's the word I'm looking for? Not rib tickling, but there's a lot of taking the mick, with the cricket, with England. Yeah, they don't do themselves any favours. But yeah.
Can Darren hear the Barmy Army? David.
Dave was talking to me about how how excitable they were, the Scottish, and what great support they give their team. They do, don't they? They put England to shame in the supporting bracket. They really go for it. Big congratulations to them. I love it that they've qualified. I think it's brilliant. Yeah, really like it.
Yeah, it was a really exciting.
Look at this. Look at this. Australia now 4 for 48.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's great to have some live cricket scores as well.
It is. Keep going, Ian. Keep going. Yeah.
But yeah, just with West Ham, I mean, my earliest memory of us playing West Ham was in 1999 at Upton Park in the Worthington Cup, the League Cup.
Yeah.
That's my earliest memory anyway. I think apart from friendlies. But West Ham, it's going to be a test on Saturday afternoon, but it's a test that I feel pretty confident with. But, fingers crossed we can get another 3 points on the board. That would be excellent, wouldn't it? Just before we move on to Paul's next little feature, so 2 fixtures have changed. Just in case anybody isn't aware, I'm sure everybody's aware anyway. We were originally set to travel to Brighton and Hove Albion on the 17th of January, which was a Saturday. And that fixture has now been rescheduled to Monday, the 19th of January at 8 p.m. And that will be shown live, obviously, on Sky. The Cherries home game with Liverpool, that is now on the same day, the 24th of January, which is a Saturday, but has now changed to a 5:30 kickoff, again for television broadcast. Malcolm, has just confirmed Northern Ireland play Italy, Ireland away to Czech Republic, and Wales. And I think one of them, is it either the winner of Italy and Northern Ireland play Wales or Bosnia?
Thanks, Malcolm. It gets complicated, doesn't it? Gets complicated.
Gets complicated about now. That's why it's just as easy for us just to qualify and be done with it. We haven't got to go through any of the playoff stuff. So, thanks for that, Malcolm. Paul, something you've researched and looked into and done some reading up on, and just want to have a little chat about that, don't you? So if I hand over to you, let us listen to what you've got to say.
Yeah. Well, it's to do with spending money in the Premier League, and it was an idea that my friend Dave DeCosta, put in my head to look at, and we were looking at. It seems to be that the more money a club spends, the more chance they've got of winning the title. That statistically is proven over the last 20 years of Premier League winners. I bet you can't tell me who's won the most. I think we all know it is. It's Manchester City. Yeah, they've won it 8 times in 20 years. Manchester United 5 times in 20 years. That's the 2 Manchester clubs have won 13 titles. Chelsea 4 times in 20 years. Liverpool twice, and would you believe Leicester once? When we go back a month, I mean, there was different websites and different people shouting and jumping around. Oh, Bournemouth, could they do a Leicester? You know, and the reality is, I hate to say it, but it's going to be a complete fluke or a complete freak of the Premier League. With when you even go back to the last 10 years, and the money spent by these clubs. I mean, we're talking about Manchester City. It just blows you away. What Manchester City in the last 10 years have spent 1.53 billion pounds. 1.53 billion pounds. And since Guardiola's been there, he's spent 1.38 of it. So he's had his hand in his pocket, hasn't he? That guy.
Yeah.
For his success. You got Man United, 1.5 billion pounds. This is just massive figures. Liverpool, 1.27 billion pounds. I would have thought they might have spent a bit more, and we're moving on now to the biggest spenders in the Premier League is Chelsea, 2.78 billion pounds. They're the top spenders. And this is something else I found out. They don't even have a shirt sponsor this year. And the reason they don't have a name on their shirt, Chelsea, and the reason is because they've turned down offers because they didn't think there was enough money to put a name on their shirt. So they've gone without a sponsor this season. Isn't that incredible? The money that's been offered, they've not accepted. They've said it's not enough money to put your name on our shirt for the season. Wow. So yeah, I hadn't noticed that they didn't have a sponsor on their shirt.
Well, I think last season they started without a sponsor, and then I think halfway through the season, their shirt started being sponsored. Yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it? When you think that, you know, they can turn around and say, you know, what money is worth being on a shirt? You know what I mean? It's like, you know, I know you get the exposure through shirt sales, but these days a lot of the teams do, you know, sponsorless shirts anyway, because, you know, normally like ours have gambling sponsors on them, you know, and a lot of fans want shirts plain, which is, you know, fair enough.
True.
So, you know, it's not, you know, like they're on every single shirt that's sold, but you know, you get a lot of exposure on TV companies, you know, with games being televised and that, and so you know, what makes you wonder what kind of money are they expecting to sponsor their shirt?
And I mean, you know, we'll just jump back. Hill Dickinson on the Everton Stadium, 10 million quid. I mean, that's ridiculous, isn't it? 10 million quid. I don't know what Vitality paid, but that's another story. But,
how long is that Hill Dickinson deal for?
Well, I think it's a lifetime deal.
Oh, is it?
I think so. I mean, I don't know for sure. Perhaps if there's any Everton fans or anybody can put me right on that, I don't know, but it's got to be a long time.
If Malcolm's still watching, I'm sure I can just feel Malcolm been away now. He's gonna.
I couldn't believe it was 10 million, but we'll move on with the top 6 or 7 or whatever we call it. We've got Spurs spent 1.10 billion, and we've got Arsenal, you know, who haven't won. I couldn't believe this. Haven't won the Premier League for 21 years, and they spent 1.38 billion. So there's a lot of drift there. And we're moving on to who won the league in 2016, which was Leicester City. Now, their odds at the start of the season were 5,000 to 1.
5,000 to 1. Right,
5,000 to 1 to win the league. And we know that some guy didn't he put some money on it and won a lot of money, didn't he? Some guy put 10 quid on it or something ridiculous, and he won it, didn't he? Remember?
Yeah, I vaguely remember a story, yeah,
I can remember that. And their spending for that season was 48 million. That's all they spent in the whole year, which equates today to 62 million. So, and
that was also the first year we were in the Premier League. That year, because Leicester couldn't beat us over 2 games. I think we drew both games, and I remember the New Year game, New Year's Day game, or around New Year, because I remember being up in Leicester, and we drew.
And I can remember at Dean Court, I think that year it was 1-1, and I think Jamie Vardy scored in that game at Dean Court that year from watching that. I think But your mind plays tricks on you, doesn't it? 10 years ago, but pretty sure it was 1-1 that game.
Yeah, 1-1. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So really, the chances of any other club outside of my point being, the chances of any other club outside the top six are pretty slim to win it. Everything's just got to fall into place, and the results have got to go their way. Because at the moment, I mean, the same old people are up there, aren't they?
Yeah.
Off we go again, so we'll see. But that was just something interesting that I looked at through the week. And thanks to Dave, as I say, Dave DeCosta, for that idea, which was interesting to look at. Puts everything in perspective.
Yeah, thank you, David, as always, for your suggestions and for watching every week and every show, actually. David's always it. Thank you for that. Talking to David, looking forward to spending the week with Paul in Sydney. Don't forget to pick me up.
At the airport, he means.
Yeah. And talking about the season we were just talking about, Spurs were neck and neck with Leicester and ended up third. Didn't they lose a game against Chelsea, Spurs, which then gave Leicester the title, I think?
Yeah, Dave would know.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will. I'm sure he's crying into his coffee as we speak. Arsenal will win it this time. I think, to be honest with you, if they don't, when are they going to win it? I think City are enjoying being the side that are playing catch up at the minute. Liverpool haven't been, really on form to what they should be. So really, if Arsenal don't win it this year, when will Arsenal win it? That is the question. If you don't mind, BJA8 on the front of the shirts, all of the AFC Bournemouth kits for this season are reduced to £33 on Sports Direct's website. Yeah, they have been for quite a few weeks now.
Wow.
I think they've sold out completely of the kids ones. I think the kids ones was £25 a shirt.
Mine were 50 6 weeks ago, Matt. They were 50.
Yeah, obviously the kids ones on there were plain, obviously, but the adult ones that have the BJA8, they're available at £33. And unfortunately, as you all know, my big shirt collection, I've not been allowed to add to it so far, so I've got to wait until my birthday. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to take advantage of the £33 offer. But and there's a training jacket on there as well. There's a couple of other bits and pieces on there as well.
Is that on the AFCB website? Is it, Matt?
No, Sports Direct. Sports Direct.
Website. Are they a private company?
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. They're nothing to do with Bournemouth. Then they're just a private company.
No. Yeah, they're the biggest sports retailer in the UK. Yeah.
I didn't know.
I used to work for them as well.
Did you?
Yeah, I was an assistant manager for them for quite a few years, but many years ago now.
Wow.
For playing ones, you can't get them apart from at Dean Court, which that's correct.
Right.
But so if you want to try and find a bargain, that's if there's any left. I know the shops had them as well, because a few friends that I know that still work there said to me, have you seen that we've got Bournemouth shirts in? And like, yeah, sorry, I can't buy any at the minute. I've been told I'm not allowed to buy any. But so thank you to everyone in the chat so far. Our last little feature then, Paul, is about shin pads.
Yeah.
And there's been an interesting story that you picked up on from the BBC. I'll bring part of the article up now on screen. So that's the article by Steve Sutcliffe, which was published on the 19th, so just on Wednesday of this week, about Ilfracombe Town, which is a lovely place. I don't know if anybody in the chat has been there, but it's a beautiful place. I've been there a few years ago. There's a bit of a injury here that I think we briefly spoke about how short the shin pads are, how tiny they are these days, and how do they protect your legs. But Paul, I'll pass over to you.
Yeah, I was looking looking on the website through the week, and I saw this, and I thought we'd actually spoken about this. For those of you that watch Cherry AM, there you go. It's a long-term deal.
10 million, 10 million per year.
Oh, per year?
Wow.
Oh, where do they get that money from?
See, I told you you'd be in the background finding out.
Well done, Malcolm.
Cheers for that,
Well
Malcolm.
done.
Sorry, back to you, Paul. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that was very interesting. Very interesting. I thought that would be that much money. I thought that would be a lifetime agreement or something. But getting back to this, for those of you that watch Cherry AM regularly, you might remember that we talked about this shin pad situation. And I've looked at the size of these shin pads, and if you hold your hand out, they're like the length 3/4 of your hand. They're that small. And I know that one of our players, Alex Scott, wears them. You'll see him on Saturday with his socks down and those shin pads there. And you look at him, and the other one, of course, is Jack Grealish. He's another one who wears them like that. And this guy, I don't know, I guess he was copying him, but he got a double fracture, a double break in his leg. And then because of that injury, I mean, that's a life, it can be a life-changing injury. That is certainly a career-ending injury. And my point being is, if this had happened to a high-profile player in the Premier League, such as Jack Grealish or whatever, this would have been all over the papers. What's going on with these shin pads? These are dangerous. I mean, some of the tackles that they go into, and Jack Grealish is the sort of player that, I won't say he buys a foul, but he knows what he's doing. He'll hang on to that ball on the wing, and he'll hang on to it a little bit too long, and he invites the challenge to come onto him, and he goes down straight away in a position where he wants to get to on the edge of the box. You know, I hope to goodness nothing happens to him, because that, to me, is a really dangerous situation to be in. But Ilfracombe have banned them at all levels for their players. And also the FA have said, that's Football Association, have said that the use of, they're calling them mini pads, has the brilliant statement, has the potential to increase injury. Oh, surprise, surprise. And if he'd have had more coverage and bigger shin pads, the injury could have been less, they said. I mean, that's a pretty obvious thing to say, isn't it? But it always takes something to happen for things to get banned like that, doesn't it? As I say, Ilfracombe Town have said they've banned it across all areas. Players' welfare is at stake. A lot of clubs have also said that they've banned them after this Ilfracombe incident on Saturday night, it was quoted as saying. But as I say, my thoughts go to that guy. I mean, he looked really happy sitting up in bed. If anybody wants to look at it properly, it's on the BBC website. But it's a really nasty injury there. But as I say, Jack Grealish was quoted as saying that he feels that he plays better in this type of shin pad, and he wears, wait for this one, apparently he wears a kid's size 7 or 8 shin pad. So they'd be that small, which is, I mean, if somebody, we see it every other week in the Premier League, somebody goes over the top. It's great with those metal studs. I mean, goodness me, you're asking for trouble, aren't you? It might be interesting down the track. I don't know if it happens. I hope it doesn't. If it happens to a high-profile player, someone from Man United or Manchester City or something, and there's a real problem with it, I think things are going to change. It's just I don't understand why they'd wear them. What's your thought on it, Matt? Have you any thoughts on that? Or
I mean, my only thing from a personal perspective, when I used to play, I mean, I used to have them to hand, but my shin pads, my last pair of shin pads, I remember exactly when I bought them. It was in 2005, so I would have been coming up for 20 probably at the time. And my old shin pads were worn out, and I bought this pair of Nike shin pads, total 90, and they literally covered from just below the knee down to the bottom of the shin, and then they also had the ankle protectors on them. And that pair of shin pads stayed with me from 2005. I've still got them now until I finished playing football about 18 months ago.
Yeah. And you
Um,
know, you just triggered something in me then, Matt. Sorry to interrupt you, but Paul Sant actually put a comment on here about shin pads, saying that he always wore the ones with the ankle protection, like
yeah,
like a half an egg on the side of the ankles. I used to wear those as well, but they used to annoy me. They used to rub my ankles. But
yeah.
I'll tell you what.
I never felt confident playing unless I knew my. I mean, nobody likes being kicked in the shins, do they?
No,
And
no.
I never felt confident playing unless my shins were fully covered. But that was just me. But I mean, a
Mm.
lot of people, now wear these little ones. So I mean, I think I don't know, is it a trend or I don't know.
Well, you know, I'm going to keep my eyes open on Saturday to see if I know that Alex Scott. I am right in saying that. I think Alex Scott wears them because he's
I think
always got Alex Scott. Yeah, he's always got his socks rolled halfway down his legs, and you look at him and you can see from the knee down, there's no protection there at all. I mean, the poor bloke, he's just had his come back from having his jaw broken by Mr. Mings, Mr. Tyrone Mings, which is an accident, obviously. But the last thing he wants is to get involved in something like that. I can't see that it could alter your game that much. I mean, I used to wear the big shin pads. I think we were brought up on them. I don't think anybody had ever heard of those little ones. You know, go back a few years. But I don't know. I'm going to be looking and just seeing. There's probably a few more that we haven't realised wear them. I mean, you look at that tackle by, I think it was not by Jimenez, by somebody. And I don't think players really at that level mean to go over the top. You know, there's a Barnier tackle where he went when he got sent off, where his foot skidded off the top of the ball into the bloke's leg. I mean, if that bloke hadn't have had a decent set of shin pads on there, he could have broken his leg, couldn't he? There's all sorts of things. Awful. But yeah, it was just a story that came to mind that I thought was interesting, Maddie. But I like to
yeah,
come up with those little things. But
yeah.
yeah, that just about covers that, I think, Matt. So
Yeah, yeah, no worries. Let's just quickly jump back into the chat before
mm,
we wrap up
mm.
the show. Um, there we
Ah,
go.
Johnny, hi.
Hey guys, we love the show. I learned heaps here. You've made me a Cherry fan of myself and the Wombats down here too. Keep up the great work. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
John's on the left, Matt, by the way. On the picture, John's on the left, not on the. I'm just joking about. I'm being rude to him.
Yeah,
He knows I can be rude to him. But
yeah.
we've got a little bit of blues music coming up very shortly, haven't we? A little bit of a blues riff.
We have got a little bit of a blues theme. But he is going to send us a wombat with a
Well,
pair of shin pads.
I'm going to have to go. Hang on, what's this? I'm going to send a plushie. Yeah.
But yes, so yeah, as we said last week, we said at the beginning of the show, this is mine and Paul's last Cherry AM. But we have been working on a little idea in the background. So basically, let's introduce our new project, shall we say, Paul?
Yep.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to On the Sidelines, which is our new show, which will be coming to the channel in late January 2026. And this new show will always cover AFC Bournemouth, as obviously we are an AFC Bournemouth fan channel, but it will also cover the Premier League as a whole. So each week we will look at the up and coming fixtures, we will look at results, other stories that are coming out of the Premier League and across the whole of English football and the footballing world. As well as including parts from the A-League as well in Australia, because obviously we have my Australian co-host here, Paul from Oz. So this will be coming late January 2026. And Paul, what else have we got coming up on this show next year?
Sounds good, Matt. Sounds good. Special guests from time to time. And we're going to have a music section, something completely different at the end of the show. With different artists talked about. Some are going to be live, some are going to be pre-recorded, and if anybody'd like to get involved, you can contact us through the email address, which you will see on your screen right now, and we're both ready to kick off. late January.
Yeah, late January. We're both very looking forward to it. So do keep your eyes open and peeled for On the Sidelines with Matt and Paul coming late January 2026. There will be more information coming out between now and Christmas and after. There will be a date confirmation of when our first show will go live. So do keep a lookout. And that's it from now from myself and Paul. But we'll see you on the sidelines late in January 2026. So there we have it. That's going to be, coming next year. That's the plan myself and Paul have come up with. So yes, do stay tuned. There's a few comments just to quickly go through. Nick, always good to see you. Love hearing Paul talk on this show. He's so knowledgeable.
Not really, Nick. I'm cheating. I'm a Saints fan, mate.
Oh God. I wouldn't wish that on anyone at the minute. Great idea. Yeah, no, thank you for your kind words there. David, looking forward to your new show. Good luck. Julie, looking forward to the new show. Yeah, hope you and all the gang are, and I'm sure you'll join us for those. So thank you. Thanks, guys. See you both next year. Yeah, absolutely. And Malcolm, new project, brilliant idea. So yeah, no, thank you to everybody for your kind words there. Like I say, keep your eyes peeled on the channel and our Facebook and other socials. And as soon as we confirm the date, we will let everybody know. And like I say, if anybody wants to get involved, please do. Everyone's welcome to. Like I say, it's going to be more of a general show. We will obviously cover Bournemouth, but obviously we will look at other headlines and key fixtures and up and coming games, and it's going to be a bit more of a variety of a show. So I think it will appeal to more than just Bournemouth fans. So yeah, we hope everybody will join us. But just a quick comment there. Thanks for the shows. You've done an amazing job. Looking forward to the next season from the sidelines up the Cherries. Yeah, thank you, Vanessa. Yeah, I'm sure you'll join us as well. And Malcolm, Fridays will never be the same again. No, they won't. No, they won't. But yeah, we're going to wrap up now. Myself and Paul are going to sign off. But just to say thank you to everybody that's supported us on a Friday, everybody that's joined us in the chat from the UK, Europe, Australia, wherever you are in the world.
We've had them all over. We've had them America, haven't we?
America, yeah, we've had people from America. So yeah, no, myself and Paul, really do appreciate it. But Paul, I'll give you the final word for us to sign off on.
Well, it's early days, mate, but I suppose we'd have to wish everybody a happy Christmas and a happy New Year, wouldn't we? Because I won't be around again till late January. But I think what you said, Matt, is the key. I think variety is the key. Some are going to be live, some are going to be pre-recorded, and there's going to be music, a little bit of music involved, which I think is great. I love that blues track. I thought it was a bit longer at the beginning, but it was very snipped at the beginning, and we got the full outro there, which I liked. But I love that sound. But yeah, a bit of something for everyone. We're going to look at the A-League in Australia.
Yeah,
and possibly we can't see the future, but I'm going to try and see if I can get a few guests on from the A-League in Sydney. I don't know if I can. I'm going to try. So that's the new project. And thanks, Matt, for having me on all these. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a long time. And,
yeah, I can't remember when we did our first show together, to be honest.
Yeah, quite a way back, 4 or 5 months.
I was going to say it must be July. July, was it? June?
Maybe even a little bit earlier. But I'm looking forward to this because we can always improve in life on anything we do, and that's what we're going to do. We'll keep the viewers in touch with what's happening. And thanks again, Matt. Really enjoyed your company. You're a great mate. Enjoyed it, buddy.
Yeah, and I've enjoyed. Yeah, and I've enjoyed. Because myself and Paul, we normally have a phone call conversation Friday morning, Thursday evening for me. So we normally have a conversation, we sort of plan what we want to talk about and things like that. So it's not a case that we just sort of turn up with, we tend to plan it. So we both like to plan it, and so we know what we're doing. So yeah, and that's going to be very, very similar with what we're going to do with On the Sidelines. We will plan and hopefully get some guests on as well, and like Paul said, be a bit of a mixture of live and recorded shows. But yeah, so hope everybody can join us for those. They will normally go out on a Saturday morning.
That's your time, isn't it? UK time.
Saturday UK time. Saturday morning UK time. If they're live. If they're pre-recorded, then times may vary depending on what the content is. So, but yeah, so we're really looking forward to it. And Cherry AM isn't going anywhere. So this isn't the last Cherry AM. Let's just make sure everyone knows that. Cherry AM will be continuing with our other hosts, Malcolm and Ollie and Craig, Darren sometimes as well. So yeah, do stay tuned for that. Talking of Mr. Darren, he is doing a live watch along again for the West Ham game, and this time he'll be joined by Ollie. So it's another Mad Cherries watch along show with Dazza and Ollie, and that will start at 2:45 p.m. UK time. Where they will go over the team lineups and some pre-match reaction, and then they will bring you the whole 90 minutes. So, if you're not at the game tomorrow, fortunately, I won't be able to tune in. I might pop in on my phone if I've got signal at the ground and say hello. But do tune into that, guys, if you can. And obviously, Jeff Boston interview that's out. Dean Court Social's out at the minute. So yeah, lots of stuff coming out. I suppose that's really it, Paul, isn't it? Apart from, we are going to try and do a cherry picking Christmas special, and we're going to try and do it at a time when we can get everybody involved. So hopefully we can do it at a time when we can get Darren, Paul, and all the gang together for a Christmas special in December. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully we can get everybody together then. But that's it, guys. Thank you for everyone's support. And up the cherries.
Up the cherries. Thanks. Bye, guys.
TalkSport Fan Network.
The ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Want authentic supporter insight on all things Bournemouth? Follow Up the Cherries in all departments on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Search TalkSport Fan Network.
I should be like you, Mel.